Okay? For instance, you'll see a guy headlining at the Spear. They probably be getting a couple of $1 million. But you'll see a guy on the undercard of a big show probably making more money than that guy.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash.
Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too.
Floyd Mayweather, according to Terence Crawford, is only interested in money when it comes to a fight. Crawford makes it clear he has no desire to face Mayweather and doesn't even give it a thought. He says these types of fights create more hype than meaningful competition, existing only for massive paydays. Crawford claims Mayweather wants profits over true competition and intends to do exhibition bouts after retirement. He acknowledges Mayweather had his moment, but declares this era belongs to him and says he will not let financially motivated distractions take away from what he has already accomplished in boxing.
You be sizing niggas up, bro. Keep it a stack. Did you in your head size up Floyd? Like, you know what I'm saying? If we was ever keep it real, boss, keep it real.
I'm never that type of guy. I think that's some grimy shit. Always been happy for him, been a fan of his, and I never imagined us fight. Yeah. I never looked at him like, man, I know I'll beat this.
Boy, you capping, bro. I never thought like fantasy fight me versus Floyd.
Never. I never just was with a person and looked at him like, man, I'll beat his ass. Never. That's some hating type shit to me.
You like plotting.
I ain't never been that type of person ever.
Some observers believe Floyd Mayweather's recent boxing appearances are driven more by profit than by protecting his athletic reputation. Where fans once praised Mayweather's superb defense and undefeated record, he now seems to favor showpiece fights that bring in big money but contribute little to the sport. His tendency to flaunt wealth suggests he doesn't need these fights, yet he continues to pursue them. Many feel that since his retirement, his entire focus has shifted to financial gain instead of true competition, leaving some followers disappointed in how his career has evolved.
Floyd, I saw a thing this morning, him talking about keeping his money clean, stuffing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a plastic bag. These guys don't need money. A lot of times when you get these great champions fighting well past their prime, it's to make cash. We see it a lot. These two don't seem to need the money. So I don't understand the need to do this. When talked about it, Mike Tyson said, I still can't believe Floyd wants to really do this. It's going to be detrimental to his health, but he wants to do it. So it's signed and it's happening. Hey, when Mike fought Jake Paul, a lot was made of him being 58 years old. He's in tremendous shape. I mean, I saw him, and even in there, right, he couldn't get going at the rate that he expected. But early, he was fighting like Mike Tyson. Floyd Mayweather's much younger, but he's so much smaller. So I get why Mike is like, yo, I don't know what this dude wants to do. Because there was a world where no one would ever thought that those guys would end up in the ring together. And again, they don't need money. I imagine, though, it's going to be a boatload.
Former world champion Timothy Bradley discussed a hypothetical matchup between Mayweather and Crawford. He said Mayweather has historically struggled with southpaws and that Crawford's versatile skill set would present numerous issues. Bradley believes Crawford possesses tools Mayweather lacks, such as switching stances, exceptional hand speed, and adaptability inside the ring. He questions Mayweather's invincible image and insists Crawford's aggressive style would penetrate Mayweather's defenses. Bradley even suggests Mayweather is less effective against fighters like Crawford, which intensifies the divide between fans of each fighter.
Absolutely. But Terence Crawford will whoop his ass. He would beat Floyd Mayweather. I'm telling you right now, he will beat Floyd Mayweather too. He will beat him too. He got everything it takes to beat Floyd. Floyd struggled in the first half against Zab Judah. Zab Judah, a damn terrific fighter. Terrific fighter, but he ain't no damn Terence Crawford. Especially from the southpaw position. Floyd didn't like fighting southpaws. Floyd reached with that right hand. You think he's going to reach against one of the best back foot counterpunchers in the game? He going to reach with that right hand against Crawford? He going to get slept reaching with that backhand the way he reaches with that. That level change backhand he throws too? No, man, that pull jab he does too, that ain't going to work. That is not going to work. Floyd got a 72-inch reach. Yeah, he had quickness, fast reflexes. However, Crawford got all of that too. He got all of that too. And he got a 75-inch reach. Great counterpuncher. Can concentrate all night. Can put pressure on Floyd. He can even invite Floyd in. Yep. I noticed. Floyd's not having success. He started to step on the gas. That's what he do. And he gonna run into problems with Crawford because Crawford hits harder than him. Crawford is the most complete fighter that I've ever witnessed.
However, many experts argue it is unfair to compare Crawford to Mayweather at this point. They note that Mayweather faced a long list of elite opponents throughout his career. Although Crawford has achieved a great deal, he has not yet competed against the same caliber of opposition, and his successes do not yet match Mayweather's historic standing. These views emphasize that Mayweather is already an established legend, while Crawford is still strengthening his resume, so elevating him to the same level too soon is premature.
Everybody acting like Bud is the second coming of Mayweather. Y'all got the game fucked up. Mayweather actually didn't get hit. Bud gets hit by dudes that, like, who on Bud's resume is an equivalent of someone on Floyd's resume? So that's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, Floyd not getting hit by elites, Bud getting hit by non-elites, and somehow y'all think Canelo not about to touch him.
Boxing analyst Show the Adult made a bold statement that Crawford should rank above Mayweather for one critical reason. He highlighted Crawford's victory over Canelo Alvarez and argued that Mayweather, despite his greatness, would never have accepted such a high-risk bout. Show pointed out that Crawford moved up in weight and challenged a prime, formidable opponent. Mayweather was far more calculated in opponent selection, but Crawford's readiness to take risks puts him ahead of Mayweather's carefully managed career. This perspective challenges Mayweather's claim to an untouchable legacy.
Is Terence Bud Crawford greater than Floyd Mayweather? Or better than Floyd Mayweather? Greater is a little bit different. Greater is impact, resume, all that shit, but better. Terence Bud Crawford, after what he did last night, is better than Floyd Mayweather because there is no way Floyd Mayweather would attempt to do that crazy shit. See, that's the insane Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler after being gone for 5 years type shit. Never being at middleweight, first fight at middleweight, being against Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Terence Bud Crawford never been on middleweight shit. The most he's been is super welterweight, and he was only there once. And he's fighting at 168 against one of the greatest super middleweights of all time, one of the greatest middleweights of all time, pound for pound, one of the greatest fighters of all time, reigning undisputed champion at super middleweight. That is unheard of, and that's something that Floyd Mayweather wouldn't even attempt to do.
Terence Crawford is tired of being constantly compared to Floyd Mayweather. He has repeatedly stated he does not wish to fight Floyd, emphasizing that Mayweather belongs to a different generation. Crawford insists this is his time, and people should focus on celebrating his current achievements rather than looking backward. He respects Mayweather's accomplishments, but does not want their names constantly linked. He finds it frustrating that fans remain fixated on the comparison. Mayweather is retired and is no longer in his prime, whereas Crawford is still proving his dominance.
Yeah! Is going to start making comparisons with your legacy to Floyd Mayweather. How do you feel you compare with Floyd with the resume you have now?
Listen, Floyd was the greatest in his era. I'm the greatest in my era. It ain't no need to compare me to Floyd or Floyd to me.
You talk the talk and you sure walk the walk. Your confidence and aura is on another level. Could we see a run as a light heavyweight?
Nah, we ain't going up that much.
Now,
when asked to a win between Mayweather and Crawford, Danny Garcia gave a diplomatic response. Garcia declined to choose a winner, suggesting the fight would likely end in a draw. He explained that Mayweather's defensive brilliance and Crawford's offensive versatility might neutralize each other. Garcia's opinion reflects respect for both fighters, as many believe their abilities are so closely matched that even a fantasy bout would lack a decisive outcome. His comments only add to the ongoing debate among fans.
Crawford has the tools to beat him. He has the long arms. He switches lefty and righty, but Floyd was pinpoint accuracy, tremendous defense. I just think whoever that at 147, that's tough. I don't know, a draw.
Okay, what about Oscar De La Hoya and Crawford at 54?
Oh man, Oscar was a hell of a fighter, man. I think they could beat each other, to be honest. I think Oscar could beat him. Oscar's a hell of a fighter. He got great jab, good footwork. Oscar was a tremendous fighter. I feel like people really overlook his resume. He's an Olympic gold medalist. That's the hardest thing probably to get. It's harder than the world title.
Former world champion Shane Mosley believes Floyd Mayweather's size will be a disadvantage against Crawford. Although Mayweather is technically outstanding, Mosley argues he is simply too small to handle Crawford's power, reach, and mobility. He thinks Crawford's physical advantages, combined with his ability to switch stances and command the ring, could render Mayweather's defense ineffective. Mosley points out that Mayweather succeeded against opponents his own size, but Crawford is naturally bigger and stronger, making it a difficult matchup for Floyd. His perspective highlights size as a more decisive factor than skill in hypothetical clashes.
Even though I've got serious personal differences with Terence Crawford, and I have ethical issues with Terence Crawford in the way that he negotiated certain things and certain things went down. However, at this point in his career, and I really believe since he's at 135 pounds, there's no questioning the greatness and how terrific a fighter he is. So after he beats Canelo Alvarez and becomes the undisputed champion in his third weight division, people start asking the question of whether or not he's better than Floyd Mayweather Jr. And I think that is a fair question. And the reason that I say that is because they're the same size. They're the same size. They fought by and large in the same weight classes, and dominated right after one another. Really, there was the period of Andre Ward in between them. I would love to throw Andre Ward in the conversation, but I don't think that the comparison is as clean and easy to make between Terence Crawford and Andre Ward as it is between Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather Jr. Just again, because of the similarity in the weight classes that they fought in. So when Shane Mosley chimed in and talked about the two, my ears perked up. Perked up because if you recall, Shane Mosley was the one that gave Floyd Mayweather Jr. his most dangerous fight, without a doubt. His most dangerous fight, the one where Shane Mosley landed on Floyd Mayweather 2 times and rocked him in the first round. Shane was an older fighter. Floyd
Show the adult expanded on the Mayweather-Crawford comparison. He noted that Crawford's win over Canelo has led some to question whether his legacy now rivals or even exceeds Mayweather's. But show caution against oversimplifying the debate, since legacies are complex and cannot be judged on a single fight alone. Crawford's victory was significant, yet Mayweather dominated multiple weight divisions over many years. Show argues that a true comparison demands deeper analysis of consistency, quality of opposition, and lasting influence on the sport. His balanced assessment acknowledges Crawford's talent while honoring Mayweather's extensive body of work.
To my Mount Rushmore. My Mount Rushmore is best boxers. Greatest is different. Greatest is impact. Now you're talking Floyd Mayweather. You're talking Muhammad Ali. You're talking, all those guys. Sugar Ray Robinson, everybody. But this is best. And sadly, when it comes to the heavyweight division, just by nature, the little guys are the better guys, okay? Not only are they better skill-wise, they have more opportunity to do greater things. Because they're small, they can go up weight classes, they can kind of test themselves more. The heavyweight division is at the top of the mountain, all right? So they're the badasses of the badasses. You kind of go up to them, but they can't push themselves up much more, except for within their weight classes. They fight a very big guy or whatnot, like Usyk did with Tyson Fury.
Trainer Stephen Bremen Edwards offer fresh perspective, urging people to stop pitting Crawford against others and instead appreciate a career that deserves recognition in its own right. He criticized the lack of maturity in boxing discussions where athletes are unfairly compared. He believes since Floyd is no longer active, the topic should be laid to rest rather than fuel endless arguments. Instead, the focus should be on Crawford's actual achievements and giving him proper credit.
To Floyd.
You know, man, I don't really want to compare them right now, Hans, if we seeing everything that's going on with Floyd and Roy. You know what I mean? And, you know, and they competitive guys. Next thing you know, Bud and Floyd to be mad at each other, man, and wanting to fight because people is like putting them against each other. Let's just enjoy the moment. I don't know. It's a close fight. You know, it's things Floyd do better. It's things that Bud do better. But I'd rather not say, because I'm not going to just lie and just say nothing, like, and make up something just to, I got my opinion on, you know, how the fights would go, and, you know, but I think we should just let the man enjoy his great moment. He's a great fighter. And I see a lot of immature stuff, and I don't like the way things is going with Floyd and Roy. They two guys that a lot of the younger guys look up to, and they taking shots at each other in the media because of the who's better and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, I just want to see Bud enjoy his moment. And, you know, unfortunately, they didn't fight. You know, they could have made, they kind of two different eras, though. Even though they was fighting at the same time, Floyd kind of was doing his different thing over there with PBC, and Bud's a lot young, about 10 years younger than him. So it didn't happen, and we got to just live with it.
The boxing community remains divided, and the debate seems endless. Many Crawford supporters believe he could beat Mayweather because he has taken risks and overcome major challenges, such as moving up in weight to defeat Canelo Alvarez. Others contend that Mayweather's flawless record and impenetrable defense cannot be dismissed. Both fighters are exceptional in their own right, representing different eras and styles. The ongoing discussion reflects the profound impact each has had on boxing, leaving behind distinct legacies that continue to generate admiration.
Who's going to win? I used to think that the size difference was too much, that Canelo Alvarez was like, man, how are they going to do this? He's 168, Terence Crawford's 147. But seeing what I've seen from Canelo Alvarez and seeing what I've seen from Terence Crawford, and while Terence Crawford didn't look great in his last fight, he looked awesome against Errol Spence. But to me, Terence Crawford is as good as they come. He's another all-time great. He's a legend. He's one of the best that I've seen from a pound-for-pound standpoint. But to me, Terence Crawford, he's older, but a lot less wear and tear. He turned pro in 2008. But he has 41 fights to his name. Canelo Alvarez has 63. Canelo Alvarez also has taken more shots, has been in more wars, quote unquote, whereas Terence Crawford was just beating everybody's ass for a very long time. And almost all of his fights have been one-sided. And two, I think Terence Crawford's going to beat him in September. I don't know how, but I think he's going to.
Crawford's fight against Canelo Alvarez is widely considered the moment that cemented his fame.
He was born on September 28, 1987 in Omaha, Nebraska.
Was both daring and dangerous.
It comes from a very specific kind of preparation. Training designed not just to sharpen the mind inside the chaos,
also his courage and willingness to
from
push
brutal
himself
sparring
beyond
sessions to
Analysts believe this bout secured his place among the all-time greats. Crawford views the victory not simply as another entry on his record, but as a defining achievement that solidified his reputation as a risk-taking champion who prevailed.
Saul Canelo Alvarez to become the new, undisputed super middleweight champion and achieving GOAT status of his era. A lot of people are wondering now, what could be the next step for Terence Bud Crawford? And to be honest with you, there's a couple options. The great man himself did state a move to middleweight division could be his next step. And of course, a certain someone caught wind of this. With this interview, Joanna Beck posted this with two emojis with a thumbs up and an A-OK. And to be honest with you guys, I would love this matchup here. I mean, Joanna Beck is one of the most feared and avoided boxers in the entire game today. And look, stylistically, this could be an absolute epic matchup. I mean, the boxing IQ and thunderous power in Joanna Beck versus the GOAT himself. Who wouldn't want to see that? But of course, there are rumors that Carlos Adames could be Joanna Beck's next opponent. And that could be a huge unification to see who's the top dog at 160. But after that, who knows, man? And of course, the next option could be the rematch between Saul Canelo Alvarez. And for me, I would absolutely love to see this. I mean, the first time round was absolutely amazing to see Terence Bud Crawford achieve greatness. But to do it again, Guys, who wouldn't want to see this? And to be honest with you, it could be even bigger than the first time round. Or option 3, in my opinion, could be retirement. I mean, what he's achieved in the game is absolutely unbelievable. Undisputed, not once, not twice, but 3 times. And defeating the guy, the man himself, Saul Canelo Alvarez, to achieve that. What more is there to achieve at this point right now, guys, honestly? But look, knowing Bud, I'm pretty sure retirement is out of the question. Well, at least for now. But after what he's achieved, no one can question what he decides to do next. And look, guys, for me, even if his next move is to go to middleweight, best believe I'll be there to watch it, guys. But guys, what's your thoughts about all this? And what do you think Terence Crawford should do next? Let me